In this episode, we take a look at a magic kit offering from the United States Postal Service, including a detailed look at the custom playing cards included within. We are once again visited by Magician and Youtuber Pigcake, and we announce the winner of the Dan and Dave Private Reserve deck. All that coming up. I'm pretty sure it's a rite of passage to buy and play with a magic kit at some point during childhood. I know I did it. Granted, in those days, these sets were really unsophisticated, a few gimmicky tricks made out of cardboard. But nonetheless, for many, the magic trick represents the beginning of something exciting and in some cases, a lifelong pursuit. I recently had the chance to pick up the Art of Magic kit made available from the United States Postal Service of all places. What really caught my eye was the inclusion of a completely custom playing card deck, the Art of Magic Playing Cards. And today I'm going to show that to you as well as the rest of the kit. Make sure to stay tuned as YouTuber and Magician Pigcake is back to show us a thing or two. Plus I'll be giving away an Art of Magic kit to one lucky winner. Details for that giveaway later on. Welcome back to all my loyal viewers and welcome to any new ones. I am the Gentleman Wake and this is the go-to channel for all things playing cards. This is a jam-packed episode that I hope will compel you to subscribe if you haven't already. The Art of Magic kit was first made available the first week of August 2017 through the online store on USPS.com. I purchased mine through the site, so I'm not sure if copies are made available over the counter at your local post office. The set comes in an attractive glossy black box that measures roughly 8.5 inches tall, 4 inches wide, and 2 inches deep. The box is a unique slipcase design. We'll discuss that in more detail in a moment. Within the cellophane wrap is an orange marketing flyer that features some ad copy, pictures, and a listing of the kit's contents. Included within is a stamp card sleeve containing a collection of exclusive Art of Magic stamps with small stamp holders, an Art of Magic spiral booklet that features how-to instructions for performing magic tricks, and a sealed deck of Art of Magic playing cards. All of the artwork for the kit, playing cards included, were designed by illustrator Jay Fletcher, perhaps most famous to the audience of this channel for his work in the design of Theory 11's Rarebit Playing Cards. Overall, it's a nice set. We'll look at each element in a bit more detail briefly. However, kit may be a loosely applied term here. I couldn't help but feel like the kit perhaps needed something, I don't know, some classic if modernized physical props, something cliche like a sponge ball or a wand that produces flowers or something. Instead, all you get is stamps, a user's guide, and a deck of playing cards. I guess the argument is that a deck of playing cards is pretty much an endless source of magic tricks. The box itself is a high-quality glossy cardstock featuring Fletcher's distinct iconographic style in white and predominantly gold metallic ink. The front features the kit name flanked above and below by two stamp-style illustrations. A rabbit in a top hat above, which is of course a highly recognizable image associated with magic, and the lower stamp includes the image of another popular animal associated with magic acts, the white dove. Two white roses underneath and an all-seeing eye above it. Both stamp illustrations include smaller magical iconography, sun and moon symbols, more eyes, and the 4 suit pips. The back of the box features a repeating diamond star pattern in gold metallic ink. The sides of the box read Art of Magic. The top features the logo of the United States Postal Service. The bottom features a black cloth pull tab. One more feature that makes the box unique is that there's a built-in magic trick gimmick. Pulling the tab of course reveals the contents inside, but sliding a finger into a small opening on the back of the box allows the user to reveal a secret empty compartment. It's a simple trick that's not likely to fool anyone over 5 years old. The double-lined box when opened normally is an obvious tell, but it's a neat addition nonetheless. Inside the kit we find a cardboard sleeve containing the loose stamps and small plastic stamp holders. The card sleeve itself is a bit confusing and took me a minute to realize what it was. The stamps are also of course designed by Fletcher and feature additional imagery commonly associated with magicians and magic acts. There's the image of the levitating woman floating within a ring, a bird cage shimmering with sparks, a fortune teller staring into a crystal ball, and 2 more versions of the rabbit in the hat and the white dove seen on the front of the box. All the stamps say Forever USA on the bottom, which indicates that these are more than just collector's items and could conceivably be used to mail a letter to a loved one, for instance. In fact, the same stamps are available from the USPS in booklets. It's a nice way for fans of magic to show their support for the craft and send out all of those lovingly handwritten on custom stationery responses to all the bills and collection notices they get in the mail. I don't think I've sent a piece of snail mail in years. Anyway, of course, what it really means is that each kit includes about $2.50 worth of postage. The Magician's Guide booklet is a 28-page beginner's instruction to the performance of 5 magic tricks inspired by the images on the 5 included stamps. In fact, each trick within the book has a page showcasing the corresponding artwork across from the title page of each trick that even allows for a space to affix the matching stamp. The 5 tricks highlight techniques that represent broader concepts in magic. There's a production trick, a prediction/mentalism trick, an optical illusion, a vanishing trick, and a transformation. I won't get into the specifics of each, you'll have to get your hands on the kit to learn them firsthand. All of the tricks use the included playing cards as the basis. That brings us to the deck itself. In a moment, we'll take a look at this completely custom deck, but first, if you guys want to support this channel and help us continue to create top quality content for magicians, cardists, collectors, and players alike, then please check out the Gentleman Wake Patreon page for details. In collector's terms, the harder and more exclusive something is to find or get, generally the more valuable it is. It's the reason we see so many numbered limited edition releases in the playing cards world. Sometimes, as is the case with the cards included in this set, it isn't that the edition size is limited, but rather that there's only one way to really get the deck, which is of course by buying the set itself. This is only bolstered by the fact that the deck is completely custom on all fronts. There's nothing standard about them. In those ways, the cards broaden the value that the kit itself provides. The Tuc Box is similar, printed on black glossy stock with white and predominantly gold metallic inks. The design is highly reminiscent of the design on the kit box itself, with only minor alterations to better fit the playing cards mold. The front of the box includes the deck name and the white dove stamp inspired illustration. The back is a representation of the card backs and features the white rabbit peeking out of the magician's top hat. The design features the 2-way mirrored circular elements that have become a staple of playing card back design, including the grandfather of them all, the rider back. The entire design sits within a frame of borders made to mimic the perforated edges of a classic stamp. Small details include the gold diamond star found throughout as the rabbit's eyes, the return of the star and moon symbols and the all-seeing eyes, and the initials A and M for Art of Magic, presumably. The tuck flap is held in place by a postage stamp inspired orange seal that features the image of a palm reading diagram. The sides of the box read United States Postal Service, and the bottom features some ad copy that announces the year and place of manufacture being 2018 and in the USA. In fact, these cards were produced for the USPS by the USPCC, the United States Playing Card Company, and as such the deck handles beautifully. The deck is traditionally cut, air cushion finish, the stock is snappy and comfortable. The back design features a white poker style border. I do feel like there's a minor missed opportunity for a deck predicated and designed around 2 motifs, magic and stamps. It's a shame that the gold perforated frame isn't immediately surrounded by white, rather than the black field that currently surrounds it. It would have definitely given the card backs a more stamp-like feel. Still, the design is great. As mentioned, the card faces are completely custom. Pips are unique and stocky. I especially like the square feeling diamond pips. The index font is classic Art Deco inspired, highly legible, which is of course a benefit for Magic. The court cards feature more metallic gold ink and re-emphasize the stamp inspired design motif. They are reminiscent of standard courts, yet include many custom elements. The beards on the kings are especially well done, and the red circular cheeks give them a nutcracker vibe. The Ace of Spades features an all-seeing eye within the spade pip levitating above an outstretched hand. The deck includes 2 duplicate 3 of spades, making it 3 in total, and a second queen of clubs. These 3 extra duplicates are used for specific tricks included within the booklet. A single Joker gaff card is included as well, another card utilized by the included instructions. Coming up, Pigcake shows us how he'd use the Gone gaff card. And stay tuned because I'll also be giving you the details of the Art of Magic giveaway. If you're unfamiliar with YouTuber and magician Pigcake, then you've probably been living under a rock for the last couple of years. He's been tearing it up on YouTube, and he's been featured on my channel before, most recently on my review of the Mechanics Optrix deck. And he's back, for better or worse, to give us another little taste of his bacon-flavored antics.
Hey guys, Pigcake here. You know when you see me, it's time to delve further into your social isolation and learn some of those card tricks that get all the ladies. So today I'm going to show you guys a card trick you could do with the Art of Magic deck that's been very cleverly reviewed by your friend and mine, the Gentleman Wake. Oh boy, if you guys aren't subscribed, man, you guys are awful humans. So for this trick in particular, you could have the spectator touch any card they want. Obviously, after they sanitize their hands. This is a very expensive deck of cards. So let's say they touch the 10 of diamonds. That's going to be a great subject for this particular trick. Now the spectator is informed that you're going to show them a classic of magic. You're going to show them the disappearing card trick. So we're going to use the 10 of diamonds as our lonely test subject, and you're going to see that with a little bit of a PG rub, that card is completely gone. See? It's gone. A little bit of an interesting little tidbit there, but I'll tell you what, if you rub it the other way in a non-PG fashion, you could actually make the card disappear completely. That's right. And if you want, you could rub it the other way, and now it's really gone. That's a bonus. I'm sure you want to know how that trick is done. Well, luckily for you, I'm going to show you exactly how it's done so you can impress your friends and family at your next bris. So for this particular trick, you don't have to have this deck, but it does certainly help because this deck brings this Gone card. Now this Gone card is good because you get that little bit of a joke that people tend to enjoy when it comes to card tricks. But you're going to see that this trick works perfectly well with any normal deck of playing cards. This trick actually is known as the Rubba-Dub change from Expert Card Technique, page 47. That's not true. It's not page 47. Before this, you take this card and you're going to leave it face up on top of the deck. This is what we magicians call a secret setup. You don't let the spectator see this because then they'll know of the secret. But this card is reversed in the back of the deck and you're ready to go. This could go inside of the card box at any point in time when you find somebody lonely and desperate enough to see a card trick. You could bust this out and blow their minds. So here you have them touch any card they want with the promise that you're going to show them the world famous Vanishing card trick. The card is going to completely disappear. So now you have them touch whichever card they want. And notice in my clever setup, in showing them the card, I'm going to turn this card face down and put it in the back of the deck. Careful not to spread the cards prematurely and show that there's already a card there. You see the clever setup bit. So you want to show them the card they pick, turn it face down and bring it to the back as you turn the entire deck face up. You see, this leaves you in a perfect position for what us dirty, decrepit magicians call the double lift. Now the double lift is when you lift 2 cards as one. Luckily for you, if you have sufficient practice, you're going to be able to lift up at the upper left corner with your thumb, and you notice that both those cards are going to stick together. That's the magic for you. But for you plebeians that don't have any skill, you might want to riffle up the end until you're holding just 2 cards and obtain a little bit of a break. That's what the normies use. You could use whatever your favorite double lift technique is. But for this, you're going to tell the spectator that you're going to make the card completely disappear. It's going to be gone. Emphasize the word gone because that's what's written on the card. You see the joke here. You can't write this. So when you turn the card face down, remember you're turning 2 cards face down as one and thumbing off this card onto the deck. Now you're going to simulate the actions that you're going to do later to make the card disappear. So here you're going to rub the card back and forward and say, look, it's completely gone. Of course, the spectator is going to look at you as if you are a small puppy lost in the rain. But then you could subsequently turn over the card and say, look, really, it's gone. And the spectator either might be impressed at this complete transformation of the card or punch you in the face. Either way, it's still a reaction and something that you probably haven't gotten all day. So now you can get into the mechanics of the Rubba-Dub Vanish from Expert Card Technique, which is as simple as turning this card back face down on top of the deck, pushing it forward with your thumb, and bringing your right hand in this paddle-like position. See, what this is going to do is provide the cover for the only move of this particular Vanish, which is bringing the card back on top of the deck. You see, that's the clever bit of the secret, as we magicians call it. What that allows you to do, and when you bring your right hand over, if you combine the action, it looks exactly like you leave the card underneath your hand, but it's not. You're going to have to practice this several times in front of the mirror to make it look good and presentable for somebody other than Ray Charles. However, you're going to find that with sufficient practice, you're going to be able to seemingly place that card underneath your hand. Another hot tip here is to do a wrist kill. So once you pretend to place a card underneath the hand and you bring it back, you're going to turn the wrist and maybe point or just naturally bring the deck down to the table and then show the cards have completely disappeared, just like all your hopes and dreams.
For more great magic content, tutorials, and Pigcake style humor, be sure to subscribe to his channel. In the end, the Art of Magic set is a great gift for a budding magician, especially as we near the holiday season. And it's also an interesting draw for collectors of rare or limited decks. The kit costs $34.95 and is still available on USPS.com. But if you want a chance to win an Art of Magic kit directly from me, here's what you have to do. 1. Like this video. 2. Be a subscriber to this channel. And 3. Let me know in a comment below which magic trick was the first one you ever learned. Congrats to Mike Buckland for winning the Dan and Dave Private Reserve deck. Contact me, Mike, to claim your prize. Next time, we've got a special episode for the ghouls and boys out there. My top 3 Halloween decks of 2018. Lady Wake might be stopping by as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. I've been the Gentleman Wake. Please don't forget to subscribe. You can do that by clicking here. And if you want to watch another of our videos, please click here. See you next time.